Hello everyone, welcome on back to Pallegney. Alright, so I think the first thing we're going to do is get this up to the store. We're going to sell the header and the header trailer. We'll get a little bit of an upgrade for that. And then I'm going to bring it up with the combine primarily so we can get it filled up with diesel while we're up there. We'll get it topped out for maintenance and everything too. Figured why not? It's not every day we're gonna bring it up there, so matter just get everything squared away and where it needs to be. Now I did want to mention we got to take money out because I did not do that last time. I said I would and I did not for all of the was it asphalt that we placed? I did not actually do what I said I was gonna do, so we have to take some money out, but shouldn't be too much. So we'll just take out, I don't know, we'll do 2,000. Probably a nice interest payment for not paying him last month like we were supposed to. Yeah, then we can get working into the outfield down there, which will be nice. We can start getting more into the grain mill and get some more bread being made that way as well, which will be nice. Now, I'm not 100% sure which header I'm going to actually get. I have not 100% decided. It's kind of a tough decision, because if I go with the really wide one, it's going to be nice. But it's also going to be a little bit annoying, because, well, it's going to fill up the combine a lot faster. I suppose we'll have to get it maintained and everything. $37,000. Not too bad, really. Well, let's get this repaired. And we'll get the trailer repainted and everything. We made enough money from that. We could get any of the headers. It was kind of tempting to get any of the headers, because we can go up to 9 meters. From that mod pack that I got, which is considerable amount wider. So, I think we will. It might be a little bit big. I'm not gonna lie. It might be. And then we'll want the trailer as well. We still technically made a little bit of money. Yeah, we'll get this filled up for diesel too. I did want to bring up, we do have a new update for this map, actually. It just got released the same day of recording. Obviously, you have the usual bug fixes, collisions, and all that kind of being fixed. But they did add, what, 2 or 3 new crops? One's a cover crop, so I don't know if you really you call it a crop. I mean, it is, but obviously you don't harvest it. Yeah, this is a mighty big header compared to what we had. But yeah, otherwise they added alfalfa. So I'm assuming it's going to be similar to grass. So I'm assuming it could be used for, you know, cows and stuff. I'm not 100% sure. It did not say anything. But I would assume that it does work. But the one that I'm most interested in is they added mustard. Kind of intriguing. New crop. Obviously, we've done alfalfa in like FS22 on some mod maps. I don't think we've ever had mustard before. It might have been in FS22, but I certainly never played a map that had it. So it can be harvested with just, you know, one of these headers. They have to be planted with a seeder, though, from what I was seeing. Although the little farm cheese production that we have on the farm that we've had since the beginning, with that production we could make jars of mustard. So it is tempting to try to do. I think we will least attempt to at some point. Just kind of trying to figure out which field to do it in, because obviously we're going to lease a seeder to do it. I kind of want to make sure it's a decent sized field, but not too terribly large, because any seeder that we're going to rent is not going to be huge. We just simply can't power it. That seems to power it alright. Yeah, like I said, I would assume it's going to fill up pretty fast. So this shouldn't take nearly as long now for a harvest. It's still going to take a while, but not as long. I'll have a worker kind of start on that. And the class... is cheese good today? I think it was. For selling. It is. I wanted to mow grass, which we have 248,000 liters of hay. So it's not a huge like need to do. It would just be nice to kind of get it done. And that has to be done by the Veltra. We also have one field that needs to be weeded. That field. Which doesn't take long. Well, this will have to be the trailer tractor. That's what I'm thinking. I might just load up the flatbed maybe with super strength and we can just sell it that way. Then I'll probably do the hoeing real quick in this field maybe with the Veltra and then get it set up for mowing. I mean, we could always do the hoeing with the class too. It won't take that long, so it's not like we're out a ton if it takes a little bit. I'm not concerned about that part. Yeah, I think we'll have the Veltra do the mowing. Get it done. Because next month then we can get it tethered and windrowed and everything. 43%. Which, these are long strips. These are pretty long strips. Like I've said, I think we definitely do want to consider a larger combine at some point, but honestly, with their header upgrade that we just got, I don't think it's a huge need yet. I think we're looking for tractor and planter first, honestly. And a nicely sized planter. Alright, I did also want to bring up the train. As I said, I was going to take a look at it. Because it still visually shows it's, 50-some kilometers away. It's not actually, though. And that's kind of the weird part. So I went to a test map. I even tested it before I recorded in here. And basically what's happening is it'll still say it's, 50-some kilometers away, whatever it is. But it's still going to stop at the station that you rent it to. So it's basically just a visual bug now. I can handle a visual bug. It's not the end of the world, right? It is what it is. You just have to keep it in mind, like, oh yeah, it actually is fine. It's just visually it looks pretty bad. Is the train going through? Because I could. No, it's not going through. If it was going through, I could rent it real quick and show you, but it does work. Maybe at the end, towards the end, we'll just sit at the train station and I can show you it does work. It's just, it looks like it shouldn't. Oh, we gotta get milk brought over. We'll get the milk dumped in here. Yeah, it's not even going to make a full lap around, but as long as you keep on top of it, it will be fine. We just won't be able to keep on top of it as much as I'd like to be able to. Alright, so there we go. We got this unloaded. Get this going again. Yeah, like I said, it'll fill up fairly quick, but it's not the end of the world, and really, even a bigger combine is 12,000 liter capacity, so it's 4,000 liters, which isn't bad. Most of these fields we're not going to really, it's not going to really matter, really. If you're really thinking about it, 4,000 liters is not the end of the world in the majority of the fields, unless it's a larger field like this one. Well, I think I'll just finish this strip here. And I'll get it off on a worker again. I'm hoping to do some of the harvest myself. Well, they didn't fix the whole weird grass thing under the bridge. But that's not... have they only made it around this one edge? I feel like I let them go a while ago. Yeah. The worker is really weird on the edge, I know. Obviously, they kind of turn a lot and try to get it perfect. It's how the workers are. I can't necessarily be too mad about it. It's just kind of how it is. Alright, so I got all the cheese loaded up. And luckily, we actually just had another pallet spawn. So, oh hey, the worker's 80% full. Shocking. Shocking stuff. We'll have to get that taken care of, and I'll try to get it unloaded and then immediately do the hoeing in the one field, and then hopefully when we're done with that, it's at least not sitting for too long. $28,500. It's gonna be nice to sell all that bread. So I want to say it's like $70,000-$80,000 we're looking at. That's like right now. Obviously, we're gonna be putting more oats and stuff into the mill. I'm thinking we should be able to get through it all and get everything made into bread. That way, it should be all to be sold. We should be able to sell everything, which would be nice. Yeah, this field's not taking too terribly long, and it's partially because of the upgraded header. It's going to be nice, especially long term, I think. If we do get another combine, a lot of these even smaller fields will take a couple of swipes. It's not going to be too bad. It should allow us to, be able to buy some bigger fields if we want. The obvious negative is planter size. Our tractors, outside of the Veltra, which I think is 200 horsepower, like almost exactly, it's literally the most powerful tractor we got, and it's only 200 horsepower. So we definitely probably want something closer to that 300 range. It's just tough to obviously get that all the time. Then getting a new planter too. Let's see. As I know, there is a planter I would like. It's $100,000, I think. It would let us plant everything. 250 horsepower. So a tractor that can do that, we're going to look at least medium. Probably. Honestly, I think it might be cheaper. That's $230 or $295. That's not too terrible. What large tractor? Do we have the ability to upgrade this even more? That's kind of tempting almost. So it's like, it's not that much to, more than a medium. It's going to be similar horsepower as that fully equipped. And we can upgrade it more. That's tempting. So maybe we'll look at maybe this Veltra or something. 250,000 though. A little bit out of the price range at the current moment. I'm not even sure how long it's going to take until we get there. I feel like we've been making pretty good progress, especially recently. I mean, I think the bread is going to help a lot. Really, this winter in general, we'll have a decent amount of stuff to sell. The bread, which is holy, that I did not realize was that much. We'll probably get a couple more pallets of buffalo mozzarella. I don't know if we'll sell it. Depends on price. Canola oil is going to be 40-some thousand this winter. Eggs, we'll maybe get $10,000 of eggs this winter. So we're probably looking at, if we make it through all the oats that we're going to put in the mill and everything, we might be looking at $200,000 this winter to be made. Not too bad. I don't think the buffalo mozzarella is going to be sold in the winter, though. That's kind of the only negative. That might be, I think it's an October thing, maybe. But we'll have some soybeans and stuff to be sold in the summer. Oh yeah, they have cruise control deactivation and stuff now. I remember they changed something with that. I just forget. I read the patch notes, but I kind of just skim over them, to be honest. To see if, like, the bugs and stuff that I want to be fixed are fixed or not. See if there's a cool addition, but, yeah. Sometimes there's stuff in there's like, oh, I did not even realize that was a bug. I've been using it normally, I thought, but turns out no. Well, I think we'll probably just start a time lapse for this. We'll get this done probably fairly quickly. So I'll text everyone once the time lapse is done.
I've been feeling just a little bit low. Got to get back to the show and we'll fly. You don't have to feel like you're on your own. No one should have to dance alone on tonight.
Alright, so this field is all finished up. So I'll get this folded and we'll have to get the combine emptied again. Shocking, I know, shocking. Well, it looks like the mower is officially working on up and down strips. So hopefully that starts going a little bit quicker. I know the edge, the headlands do take a while for the worker, especially in that field, because there's a lot of, like, turns and stuff. It's kind of just how the AI is programmed to do it, so I can't really get too mad. It's just kind of how it is. Sure, I'd probably just do a straight drive for a lot of it, but they always like to fully adjust, which I can't really be mad about. They're doing a better job than what I would probably do. Is mine quicker? Yeah, but they're doing a more thorough job. Which, to be fair, I think if you're being paid by the hour, you're probably going to take that route. You're going to take the route of, all right, I'll do a better job. It's going to take a little bit longer, so I get paid more, though. Alright, so let's get this emptied. I'll get this brought over to the mill then. Honestly, there's not a ton left. I'll probably just take that off for a worker at the current moment. Then we can finish out the rest, I think. Try to save some money. Alright, so let's go and get this brought over. This should get us a decent amount of, bread and stuff. I'm not sure how much we're really looking at this winter. I'm assuming we might be able to get another $70,000 worth. Kind of just taking a shot in the dark, though. That's not even an educated guess. It's straight up just a guess. That's all it is. It's just a guess. Did they miss some there? Can't tell. Yeah, I missed a strip. What the heck? I pay you by the hour. You should do a better job. Oh, I kid. But, alright. We'll get this brought over and make sure the production is on. Yeah, like I said, I think once we're done here, I don't know if we'll really need this for much. I don't really plan on, you know, putting like sorghum and stuff in here. A lot of that's going to go straight to the chickens. So, it's kind of where I'm thinking right now. So, alright. I'm going to make sure these are on. Oat flour is on, automatically moving over, and bakery bread flour is also on. We have 8,000 liters that's not spawned. Probably should get these moved over then, actually. Just for the time being, I'll get them pushed over. That way we can actually spawn some more. Eventually, I'll just not, obviously, be able to produce anymore. Get them all pushed over. Right. There'll still be a couple more coming, but alright, we can head on back. We can get the oat field done. Alright, well, looks like the mower is doing pretty good. I think they went back and grabbed that one piece they missed. Well, it looks like. I'll put the tractor in the trailer here. We'll check on it. Yeah, they must have went back for it. Impressive. I'm impressed. This needs fuel at some point. I have considered getting a fuel tank on the farm, so it's not that scary of a thought. I know it's going to happen. I'm going to get a diesel tank on the farm. It's just when I'm not sure. I'm going to turn on steering assist. Make this a little bit easier. Make it so I can just sit back and just watch this do its thing. I'll save a little bit of money from not having used workers. Alright, well, I think I'll just do a short little time lapse. We'll get this wrapped up fairly quickly. So I'll text everyone once the time lapse is done. Alright, so we're just about done here as well. Just a little bit left, it looks like. A little bit that we missed. And we'll get it all put into the trailer, then this field will be planted next time. I'm kind of leaning towards doing like a really large soybean field. It won't be like a super high like yield amount, which would be nice right now because our header is not. Well, header is really large compared to what the combine capacity is. But would be kind of nice for that. It's also easily going to be ready and harvested by the high price point, which is like June, July. So we'd be looking at quite a bit of soybeans then, which would be kind of nice to have right in the middle of the year. And I don't really want to do like a sorghum in here because I think that would be pretty bad. That would fill up very, very quickly. A lot quicker than the oats. Like even like wheat would be pretty not fun. Because that would fill up pretty fast. That's probably one of the faster, crops outside of like sugar beets and stuff. No, soybean or not soybeans. Sugar beets. Oh, wrong button. That stuff, it's almost unreal. At least in 22, I just remember doing like one strip in the field and we had 50,000 liters. I'm just like, what the heck? What happened? I do one strip and it's like, well, I already need the trailer over here. By the time I get that emptied and brought back, it's already full again. I do remember that on, I think it was Alma, Missouri. We had it. We had some sugar beets on, and I very much remember it filling up very quick. Not as bad as, was it sugarcane that filled up really quick? Yeah. We had a different header, though. We had a modded header and stuff for it, which kind of allowed it to fill up a lot faster compared to into the trailer that we had, too. It wasn't that big of a trailer. Still, it's just fond memories, if you will. Those crops are always tough to do, especially if you don't have a large trailer with like a semi, and you almost need a worker to stay on top, and you're still constantly carting it. It would honestly not be like horrible for... Ooh. What's the price of buffalo mozzarella right now? We could sell it. It's not terrible. We might be waiting a while until we can sell it again. Yeah, it's going to have a sheer drop-off. So we won't be able to sell until almost the winter. So we should sell it now. It feels like we're getting a lot of buffalo mozzarella compared to what I'm used to. I think... I don't know if, like, the recipe amount... Like, are we getting... more buffalo mozzarella compared to the milk than, like, a regular dairy? I'm not sure. No, it seems to be about the same. It's just... It's going through it so fast. I think that's why it seems like that. So let's get this brought down. I did notice earlier, I don't know if we'll see it this time or not, but the citizens, if you will, of Pallegney were actually walking on the dedicated, like, walk paths, crossing the street. Crosswalks. That's the word I was looking for. They weren't jaywalking like they were before, so... I'm thinking the update must have made them law-abiding citizens now. Alright, so let's get this dropped. I was gonna show the train. Show that it does work, but it's just kind of a little bit glitchy. Is that on the map right now? Because that would make this easier. Oh, it's actually going through right now. Alright. We'll let it pass, that way we can see how far it says it is. It says 148 kilometers away. And if you watch, it should stop, and it should come back. Be really comical if that does not happen right now. Oh, it looks like it's coming back, yeah. So yeah, this just seems to be a visual thing. It is actually working, though. I'll have to keep that in mind. It is kind of unfortunate. Honestly, I don't know how far away the train is when I'm just sitting here waiting. That's kind of unfortunate, but... It should just stop right here. Boom. So. Yeah. Figured I'd show that real quick. Especially since it was going through. So it does work, it's just the visual is a little bit off. So I could probably put a report in saying the visual of it is wrong. It's still working correctly. It's just a visual bug. It is working though, and honestly, I will take it working over anything else. I will deal with it being a little bit, you know, visually bugged over it not working at all, so. At least I know the train will be there eventually. Get that backed up in here. Just barely went by that. I would assume all the productions are running again in here now. 35,000 liters of oats. That's gonna... It'll take a while, but should be done by... Was it January? Yeah, like December, January. Shouldn't be too terribly long until it's, you know, back to it being done. Well, I think that is about everything for today. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Hope to see you in the next video. Bye.